Hello, Crick County Middle School students and families. We are extremely excited for the first time since March of 2020. We are prepared to have all students on campus tomorrow, and I can't tell you how much that makes us excited and grateful for this opportunity. It's been in the making for months, since last spring. And I want to go over a few procedures, quite little tweaks, changes in our operation. But overall, know that we're trying to keep things as normal as possible. That is always our first and primary option at CCMS. But things are not entirely normal yet, and so. Just want to, like I said, bring some things to your attention. Our start and end times remain the same. Our startup procedures remain the same. We want those grade level entrances. We'd like you to adhere to those, please, with the main entrance being our 8th grade drop-off spot, 6th and 7th grade drop-off spot in the library, and of course our bus riders enter the building from the back of the building by the bus lane. Passing times. One of the things that we do to keep our cohorting and spacing during passing times between classes is we pass by teams and grade levels. And so about half of the students in each grade level move at a time through their schedule. Your schedule, for the most part, over 90% of the schedules are the same going into third quarter. Electives, of course, change, but all of your core classes will remain the same and in the same order. And so no worries there. Lunchtime, we'll continue to have our one team out at break at a time. They'll be by grade level, one team outside with another team inside, and switch halfway through so that we maintain our cohorting. And then students are spaced either with dividers or spaced approximately 6 feet within the cafeteria as well. We get a lot of questions about our one-to-one devices that and our Chromebooks. That process won't change at all. The students will still be bringing home their Chromebooks each evening. We still want them to bring them home and make sure that they're charged. I always joke, sometimes a student comes to school without their Chromebook charged. I ask them if they got their cell phone charged. It's amazing, those cell phones get charged, but maybe sometimes the laptop isn't as big of a priority. So we still want that to be a priority. Bring that to school charged every day, ready to roll. And then the last thing is, and it speaks to things not quite being normal yet, I want people to realize that our primary focus is to have our students being able, or our primary focus in the schedule is to meet scheduling needs, but have the students be able to rotate between classes in a normal, traditional fashion. But because of capacity issues within the classrooms, we're getting close. Our enrollment's going up a little bit, and we're getting very close to exceeding some of our classroom capacities. And we'll be able to make this decision by grade level, but what might have to happen is we might reach a point where our students have to stay in their classrooms and have the teachers rotate. That's not our first preference. We're trying to avoid that at all costs. But in order to have, when the students move around in a schedule, when we have a big classroom of students meet a small classroom of students, it throws the capacities. There's guidelines around those capacities. It throws those capacities out of whack. So know that if your child ends up, or their grade level ends up in that scenario where they have to stay in the classroom and the teachers rotate, know that that's definitely a plan B. We're still meeting our cohorting and capacity guidelines that we have to follow through the Oregon Department of Education, but that's also not our first preference either. Again, we want to keep things as normal for our students as possible. With that, we're just extremely excited to have kids back and have a new sense of normal at CCMS. So welcome back. We're excited to see you tomorrow.
Happy Monday, CCMS parents and students. Just wanted to give you a quick up-to-date reminders for this week. With all students coming back, we need to make sure that students are properly wearing masks. More now than ever, the distancing is going to be pushed to the max. We need to make sure we're keeping our distance and wearing our masks. With that, a lot of you guys like to wear these gaiters. They're great, they're comfortable, they're easy, but the idea is some of them don't fit and they fall down your nose and over your mouth. We need to make sure we are being diligent about having our mask up over our nose at all times I get it. Sometimes you forget, it falls down, but we need to make sure we're doing our best, keeping people safe. Happy Monday.